Thank you for joining us tonight for this very special and very different event. Tonight we're showcasing the Boys and Girls Clubs of Martin County and honoring the families who trust us to care for their precious stars. Leading the program tonight in hope and in promise is Mrs. Diana Brooks, Board Chair.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Dee Dee Brooks, and I am the Chair of the Board of the Boys and Girls Club of Martin County. We can't thank you enough for being here with us tonight. This is obviously an experiment for us, but one that we're enthusiastic about and hope that we can share with you and communicate to you all that we do at the Boys and Girls Club in less than an hour, which might be interesting. I want to thank a number of people tonight for being here. First and foremost, all of you who are coming from all over the county onto your big screens to watch our first virtual benefit. We are delighted to have you here. I want to thank all of our team who have been involved in this event, particularly Patsy Warner and Bruce Wiltsey, who have been our event chairs, and their committee, who have obviously worked under challenging circumstances, but have done a great job in getting us to where we are today. And most of all, I want to thank Keith Fletcher, our CEO, who I will be introducing later, and our team at the Boys and Girls Club, who give each and every day all that they've got to serve the kids of our county. And actually, the most important people tonight are our kids and their families. As all of you know, we live in an extremely prosperous county, but a lot of our families aren't quite so fortunate. And our children, unfortunately, are a reflection of a lot of what goes around us in our community. And we are here, our organization's sole mission is to serve those kids who are most in need and to hopefully in the process serve their families as well. We are blessed to have amazing kids in our clubs. And during COVID, it's obviously been a great challenge because we have social distancing and mask wearing and all the other things that we need to do to make sure we can serve them in a safe and secure way. We are so lucky to have these kids with us. We try every day of the week to do everything we can to give them the opportunities that most of us on this video tonight are lucky enough to have in our own lives. And we want to do that in a way that these kids' lives can be transformed, that they can be anything they want in life, and that we give them the academic and the citizenship and the character tools as well as the healthy lifestyle tools to enable them to do that. So let's get on with the show.
The world is brighter with the happiness of children. Here to spread the happiness this evening is the dance team from the Cole Clark Hobe Sound Club, dancing to Lean on Me. Enjoy.
It won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on.
In sunny South Florida, we're used to a little rain. That doesn't stop us from giving hope and providing platforms for brighter futures for our members. Here to sing "Don't Rain on My Parade" from the Broadway musical Funny Girl is club member Emma Floyd.
Hi, my name is Emma Floyd, and I've been going to the Palm City Boys and Girls Club since I was 7 years old. When I first started at the club, I was shy, I didn't sing, I didn't talk to anyone or do anything. But thanks to the many opportunities the Boys and Girls Club gave me, like a scholarship to the Maltz Performing Arts Center, I was able to break out of that shell and learn to do what I love to do. And now I hope you enjoy this song I'm performing today. Don't tell me not to live, just sit and putter. Life's candy and the sun's a ball of butter. Don't bring around a cloud to rain on my parade. Don't tell me not to fly, I've simply got to. If someone takes a spell, it's me and not you. Who told you you're allowed to rain on my parade? I'm marching my band down, I'll beat my drum. And if I'm banned out, your turn at bat, sir. At least I didn't fake it, hat, sir. I guess I didn't make it, but whether I'm the rose of sheer perfection, the freckle on the nose of life's complexion, the cinder or that shiny apple of its eye, I've gotta fly once, I've gotta try once, only can die once, right, sir? Ooh, life is juicy, juicy, and you'll see I gotta have my bite, sir. Get ready for me, love, 'cause I'm a comer. I've simply gotta march my heart to drummer. Don't bring around a cloud to rain on my parade. I'm gonna live and live now. Get what I want, I know how. One roll for the whole shebang. One throw, that bell will go clang. Eye on the target and wham. One shot, one gunshot, and bam! Hey, Mr. Arnstein, here I am. I'll march my band out. I'll beat my drum. And if I'm banned out, your turn at bat, sir. Guess I didn't fake it, hat, sir. Guess I didn't make it. Get ready for me, love, 'cause I'm a comer. I've simply gotta march my heart to drummer. Nobody, don't nobody is gonna rain on my parade.
Next up, a leader who needs no real introduction. His commitment to excellence for children and families is unwavering. He embodies the mantra, whatever it takes to build great futures. Not even a global pandemic will stand in the way of his team and their commitment to helping children. Join me in welcoming Keith Fletcher, President and CEO of Boys and Girls Clubs of Martin County.
Amid this fancy production, the incredible talent of our kids, the powerful narrative of the work, perhaps somewhere in there is a simpler truth. Tonight is about thanking you and talking about where we've been and where we're going. So many of you have played such a critical role in our ability to respond. I think we've proved that disruption is not destruction. Through so many of you, I think we learned that in times of crisis, those that are more fortunate or have capacity have an obligation to build longer tables and not taller fences. Now I want you to imagine a kid as young as 5 years old walking barefoot or riding miles on his bike just to get a meal, maybe their only meal of the day. Think about seeing parents watching with a combination of thankfulness and pain as they battled their own hunger while their children got food. So that's why we started serving them, aunts, uncles, grandmothers, many for the first time. I wish you could have seen the kids coming, escaping environments far more dangerous now than ever before, lighting up as they saw the familiar and supportive faces of our team. You see, clubs mean so much more to the communities that they're in than just who constitutes the membership. Imagine having no access to school, no device. That's why we pivoted all of our programs online within a week. You know, on some level, I don't think our kids realize how strong they are, because being strong is the only choice they've ever had. Now, I don't believe that we have new problems as a result of the pandemic, but the pandemic has certainly changed the way we operate. Limited capacity, increased safety and sanitation measures, limited contact with external facilitators, but we have responded. Opening 3 new no-limit learning sites, one in Port Salerno, one in Stewart, one in Hope Sound, in partnership with the school district for the kids furthest behind academically. The pandemic has exacerbated and made more clear the problems we had. Maybe the biggest, most invisible victims of the pandemic are the kids. We serve in communities often riddled with violence. The very first day our public school system opened online classes, a mother in Indian Town's life was taken by her recently released ex-boyfriend in front of her kids, in front of their cousins. You probably saw it on the news. And you better believe that some of those kids in that house were our club members. You better believe that some of the classmates on Zoom who heard the violence were members of our club. What do? How do you help a community heal when you can't put your arms around them? What about the kids that returned to our clubs this fall, many of whom had never logged on to the Martin County School District website since March? Sure, you hear about summer slide and COVID slide and summer learning loss, but we see kids literally damning themselves to a set of outcomes as they fall further and further behind. And yes, we strive and build everything around ensuring academic excellence, healthy lifestyles, and good character and citizenship. You know, I believe the strongest kids are not those who show strength in front of us, but those who win the battles that we know nothing about every day. But it does beg the question, when you're so busy trying to survive, when do you have time to dream? So where do we go from here? There are no simple answers. We will fight every day against so many of these circumstances. And I also know that while we fight every day what's right in front of us, we also have to innovate solutions for tomorrow's problems. And that's where we need your help. See, we know that high school graduation can no longer be an outcome. It can't be the destination. It can't be the gold star. It has to be the foundation, the launch pad. High potential but low performing kids that want college have to understand that it's possible. They have to be able to afford it. They have to avoid predatory lending. They have to make smart choices about debt loads versus intended careers. Leaving college saddled with debt is not upward mobility. It's not a pathway out of poverty, but it's purposeful poverty progression. And for the 60+% of kids that no longer go to a traditional college or university, or the 30% of kids here in Martin County that have no idea what they're going to do upon high school graduation, let's get them ready. Let's start with soft skills. Yes, sir. No, sir. Firm handshake. Hat comes off. Shirt tucked in. Look people in the eye. Hard skills. Hybridized hands-on training that will transform the region. Now imagine this. A kid with a great work ethic, able to pop on a headset and learn a curriculum like plumbing on his own time, so he can still hold the job his family needs to keep the lights on and food on the table. In a language, his first language, the language that comes easiest to him, while we at the club build the foundational language skills necessary for future success. Curriculum that gets you the majority of the way, if not all the way, to a certification or a certification test with promised employment on the other side. After all, you don't get what you wish for, you get what you work for in life. We're going to build a new facility in Stewart in partnership with the school district on their property right beside the middle school. See, I believe when you make a commitment, you build hope. And when you keep that commitment, you build trust. And when you have trust, you create that innate desire in a kid to want to struggle with you for shared aspirations. So what do I want for our kids? I want our kids to understand that they're a product of their decisions, not their circumstances. I want them to understand that nobody can go back and start a new beginning, but anyone can start today and make a new day. It's my belief that 10 years from now, when we've started with every kid when they walk through our signature blue doors, that they're going to graduate from high schools gainfully employed or on that pathway to successfully completing college. I want our kids to be taught that they can't be defeated by what others say about them, only by what they say about themselves. So at the Boys and Girls Clubs of Martin County, I have this message for our kids, and I want you to understand our commitment to them. So until they stop breathing, until they stop bleeding, when it's hard times, when it's rough days, when that obstacle is right up in their face, when their back's against the ropes and they're feeling all alone, even in roadblocks, even in rough spots, when they feel like they've given all they got, we will be with them in their next step, giving them that next breath. We'll be the voice saying you're going to make it. When it feels like they're out there on their own, we want them to know they'll never be alone. Because I know if they saw the size of the future that they have coming, they would understand the magnitude of the battle we must fight every day. So thank you for fueling that fight. Thank you for moving our mission forward. Thank you for joining us tonight. Our kids depend on you.
Your donations this evening have made it possible for thousands of children to continue to receive valuable programs focusing on academic success, good character and citizenship, and healthy lifestyles. Next up, you'll get a glimpse into the magic of the clubs and witness the magnitude of your support in action. It is this magic that inspires more passion for the mission of Boys and Girls Clubs of Martin County.
I was feeling pretty down. My favorite staff at Boys and Girls Club must have noticed. "What's wrong?" she asked. I thought for a minute. "What's right?" I answered. "Everything seems upside down. At home, at school, on TV, on my street, everywhere I looked." She listened carefully and said, "You're what's right. There's no other you in the whole wide world. You have something special to share that only can give, and I can't wait to see what it is." Then she gave me a big high five and said, "Maria, no matter what, you always have a reason to look up."
There's always tons to do here at Boys and Girls Clubs of Martin County, but it's important to remember, Boys and Girls Clubs of Martin County is not just a place to do, it's a place to become.
A place to become an athlete.
A place to be a leader.
A place to become a gamer.
A place to become a photographer.
A place to become an engineer.
But first, we make sure the members know that they are special, that they are cared for, that they are valued, and that they feel safe.
Keeping our kids safe, loved, and equipped to overcome all the obstacles that their worlds and this world throw at them so that they can achieve their potential is more important now than ever before. We're where we are today because of you. But now is the time to go above and beyond. Now is the time to take and make a moonshot for our kids.
Everything closed, Dad, including my school and Boys and Girls Club. It was scary. I was worried about my family. My mom was worried too. She couldn't go to work. The longer she couldn't work, the more worried she got.
For many of our members, the clubs aren't just a place that they can rely on for safety, friendship, and mentorship. We're also the one place they can rely on for something to eat. Understanding the challenges families were facing in this pandemic, we shifted immediately to meet their most basic needs first. On a normal year, we serve 100,000 meals. When COVID forced us to close our clubs, we knew our kids would lose access to those meals, and we couldn't sit by and let that happen. During the crisis, we manned multiple locations in the community and served more than 100,000 meals, not just to our kids, but to any kid who needed help. We also helped families whenever we could and supported local small businesses by sourcing meals from them.
Thank you to Boys and Girls Club. My family had food and I got to see all my staff members in the food line almost every day. That made me feel better, more calm, and less afraid. I felt safer knowing the club staff were still there for us.
Our meals relief effort was about more than just nourishing children and families. It was about keeping in touch with our members, seeing them for ourselves, and hearing them tell us how they were doing.
When schools were closed, they even created a club online so we could still talk to our staffs every day. They even helped me with my online learning.
Online schooling is challenging for almost every student, but particularly for the kids we're working with, many of whom are already behind in some disciplines. Fortunately, we had the groundwork in place through the Power Hour homework help program after school and our data sharing agreement with the school district. So we were positioned to make up for a lot of lost time when we reopened the clubs.
As I start back in school, I got help from my teachers at the club. I'm doing much better this year. I work hard with them because I don't want to get left behind.
A lot of the headlines and statistics say that many of the kids that come from the neighborhoods we work with won't amount to much, that certain industries and opportunities won't be available to them, that lives with limitations in earning, health, and overall quality of life are what awaits them in adulthood. We're doing everything possible to prove those figures wrong by exposing members to robotics and STEM activities and providing platforms for them to work with emerging technology.
I'm so glad to get back to the building robots with my friends. But even when the club was closed, the staff sent learning and STEM kits to my house so I could work on them during the virtual Club Connect.
One of the biggest issues facing Martin County is revealed in the test results of the 3rd grade reading levels. We addressed this head-on, securing 21st century grants to hire certified teachers to work with the kids after school. We also built out a robust presence of AmeriCorps members and had them placed in middle schools and elementary schools to work one-on-one with the kids who needed help, as well as provide mentoring to the student body at large.
Even though we're fully focused on what we can create for the members at the club, we know once they turn 18, there's so much more, and we want to prepare them for that.
Fall 2020, we launched our Culinary Pathways program, a 9-week course in hospitality and food services that concludes with student certifications and on-the-job experiences. The kids will even get hands-on experience running every aspect of a food truck business with our food trailer, called, appropriately, Fork in the Road. We're preparing them for real-world, real workforce scenarios. Thanks to our new partnership with the Martin County School District, we're building a new flagship club in East Stewart that will offer certification courses in unmanned flight and drone photography, 3D technologies for virtual reality and augmented reality applications, which are used in everything from architecture to surgical procedures. With partnerships like the ones we have with the school district and Indian River State College, we are rapidly accelerating our innovative pathways programs because we're committed to ending the generational poverty that has plagued so many for so long in East Stewart and other communities where our members reside.
I want to be an architect. I want to design, build houses, businesses, schools. Maybe one day I'll build a Boys and Girls Club. And the Boys and Girls Club I design will be incredible. There will be classrooms and a cafeteria, and a gym and a swimming pool, and a movie room and a music room and a studio. because I know what a club can do for kids like me, well, for all kids. It's a place to become. And a stage and a dance studio and a room outside for jump rope and soccer, horseback riding, and that might sound too big, but there's nothing too big for this club. And there's nothing too big for me, because there's nothing I can't do. I learned that, plus a whole lot more at Boys and Girls Club of Martin County. I learned that no matter what, I always have something to look up to, and I can be anything.
Thank you for being the stars in my life and the lives of all the children at Boys and Girls Club of Martin County, and helping us go above and beyond our biggest dreams.
Thank you for being stars in the lives of thousands of children at a time when your help is needed now more than ever. Good night.